Hello and welcome back to some BeamNG. I know in the last video I said I was going to do some more crawling trails, but with some different vehicles. So here I got more of a buggy. This is like a Suzuki Samurai. This is from Rough Country Crawling. Now I'm going to put the Patreon links for all the creators in the description. But this looks like a more technical trail. This is Maelstrom East. So let's go ahead and start this one up and see how it goes. Let's put this all into low though first. Make sure everything's locked up. All right. So this vehicle has some really good slow crawl control. So this should be pretty fun. But there's definitely a few pretty oh. Okay. That got real sketchy. But we've got a few pretty cool buggies that we could load up. Got some with four-wheel steer even. That should be real nice to use. You know, actually, I think I'm going to go a little lower down. Here we go. I think this might be a slightly better line. Perfect. As you can see, we are just absolutely crawling, like super slow. Really cool how much control you have on the low speed. Honestly, I think we could probably bump it up to second though and carry a little more speed. Just trying to be careful, make sure to not pop any tires or anything like that. Also, really easy to get high centered on some of these pointy rocks. This second half of the trail, I don't know if it's actually the second half, but this part's pretty easy actually compared to that first part. Some big descents though, or like drops, I guess. All right, here we go. Starting to get a little more technical again. Still haven't taken any penalty points, which is very nice, but again, we're going nice and slow, taking our time. So let's be honest, this is probably even faster than you would crawl in real life. At least I would imagine. I don't know. Usually when I see videos of people doing technical lines like this, taking it very slow, which I would imagine you don't want to break anything out there. It's probably really hard to fix or rescue. So here we go. This is getting some good flex on that one. Yeah. Ooh, getting our wheel caught just a little bit. Just noticed the little like rust detail on the frame. It's a super cool little touch there. I like it. Gotta make sure we don't drop too far forward and roll. Right, these tires are absolutely sticking to the rocks though, which is nice. If I'm not mistaken, I believe these, what are these, the BF Goodrich tires? I think, yeah. trying to speed things up just a little bit. This is a pretty long trail. I'm not complaining. I am totally down for that. Ooh, starting to get caught again. Okay, here we go. We gotta take our time, actually. Oh, don't roll, don't roll. Oh, that was a crazy save there. I'm not gonna lie. I totally thought we were gonna go over. And we got no penalty points. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's starting to get technical again, so I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna go back to first just for a little more torque and control on the low end. Okay, this part isn't too bad. I'm just looking up ahead and trying to figure out my approach for this. I want to get high-sided, or not high-sided, high-centered, sorry. Been doing some motocross stuff. Got that on my mind, all right. Okay, that wasn't too bad, but this up here looks interesting. A pretty narrow gap, so I think we're gonna have to pick one of the sides to go over, which I think this will be the best way. Again, just trying to not get high-centered. We almost did. That's all right. I might just crawl right up onto this rock here instead of trying to angle ourselves. That works. Perfect. We'll shift back up a second. All right, we're getting technical again. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to use both of these rocks to kind of help. Okay. I was getting worried we were going to get high-centered. Sure we come down clean on the other side, though. Ooh, ooh, getting wobbly. Okay, please don't go down. No, 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 no. We saved it. Oh, that was absolutely insane. We did get some penalty points, though. So we just got to be real careful on some of these steeper drops and descents, because we will go over. Some more penalty points for backing up. But that's all right. Let's shift up the second again. Kind of weave our way through here. This isn't too technical. We go into third here. Honestly, it might not hurt to keep it in a higher gear just for the fact we could throttle out maybe and hopefully save it. Way down, should be pretty close to the end. Oh no, oh, ah, dang. We landed on our wheels though, so dang, that's crazy. That descent there, we just a little too top heavy, or maybe front end heavy, I don't know, but that was really fun trail. I'm gonna try to find another one that's pretty technical like that. We're gonna load up into another like more advanced buggy type crawler thing. So all right, so here we've got Boneyard spawned up, and if you can't tell what this is a pigeon, sort of. It is highly modified, very, very sick crawler, extremely quiet. I have the engine boosted all the way up to 100%, so hopefully you can kind of hear it. But this is also rough country crawling, which I will put in the description, like I said earlier. But one thing, if you want to be able to see your full path, you can hit Shift C. It'll put you in a free cam, and then when you cycle through your crawling events here, you will be able to see the full path, so that's just kind of nice. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and load this one up in our pigeon, so hopefully everything should go fairly smoothly. Oh, I didn't realize that rock was there. This is pretty low, so it is easier to high center, but at the same time it can maneuver really well because of how small it is. So all right, make our way up here. Now I also just realized, getting a little crazy there, but there are trails in Utah as well that have been added. I did not realize that until just a little bit ago, so next video I'm going to be doing some of the trails in Utah, so definitely stay subscribed if you want to see those. Okay, this is going to get a little technical, so I have to focus just a smidge. Luckily, this getting our axles hooked on the rocks there, but this actually isn't too bad for this part. Here we go. This is where we got to kind of take our time a little bit. I'm thinking probably get, ooh, that is probably a good thumbnail right there. That looks sick. Alright. Getting our way through there, getting some nice articulation going. And I think we might be able to just get both wheels on these and go right over. I'm hoping, at least. There we go. It's just so planted. It stays very level, even though it's not like the most articulation I've ever seen. I mean, obviously it's quite a bit, but it's just so planted. All right. I think the end is just right up here, but it looks like it's about to get real technical, so. To the left here. Looks like we have a lot of room to actually kind of explore. This seems to be working pretty well. Alright. Didn't miss any checkpoints. Perfect. There we go. That was a pretty fun short little like technical crawl there. There we go. Make it all the way to the end there. Perfect. 198 damage, no penalty points though. Not bad at all. Well, that was super fun. So if you want to see more, stay subscribed so that way you can check out the video on Utah when I do those. And I have some more buggies and cool crawlers I can spawn up. So until the next one.